So students, the classwork was on page 51, activity 8, and you were given these two questions to do. You had a first part and a second part. So for ease of explanation, I have drawn it again here, the first part, as it is from your books. It is the same thing with the appropriate dimensions. And I have drawn the second part here for the ease of explanation as it is from your books. So let us start the work. So our first part is here. You have been given two views. The first one is always the front view, and the one below it is our top view. So we are going to extract informations from the given two views. So here, from our front view, we are going to obtain the height. So H capital is equal to, we have 35 and 45. This gives us 80. This is the height. And the width, we have been given the following dimensions: 20 plus 15 plus 25 plus 15 and plus 20. So we are going to add them. 20, 20 gives us 40, 15, 15, 30, 40 and 30. We have 70. 70 added to 25. This gives us 95. So the width gives us 95. And now the depth, the capital, the depth, we are going to obtain it from the top view. This vertical dimension represents the depth. So it is 50. So once we have extracted the information, that is the height, the width, and the depth, we are now going to draw the crate for us to be able to put the object inside it. So we take our ruler, we place it here on the edge of our paper, and then I'm going to draw a pale line, faint line like this, and this has to be 95, the width. It has to be 95, so I'm going to measure it 95. I can start from here 0, and you can also start from here if ever this part is a bit broken. So I'm starting from 1, and then I'm going to add 95. When I add 95 to 1, that is 10 plus 95, it gives us 105. That is 10 plus 95. So this is 95. This part is 95. You can verify it here. This is 95. And now I'm going to draw two vertical lines in order to make it a rectangle. So the height is 80. So I'm going to draw two vertical lines from these two graduations which are made earlier. This has to be 80. Now I'm going to use my ruler, or you can use your set square. This is 8, and there we have to end it to 0. This is our 0 mark. So I'm going to draw the rectangle. You're going to make this line a bit longer. And then I have to draw a line here to make the rectangle. So this is the rectangle, and I'm going to make it a crate now. So the depth is 50. This you are already familiar with it when we were doing cubes and cuboids. And each and every time you have to draw shape blocks or any object, you have to make your crate first, the cube. So I'm going to draw a line here. And this has to be 50. 50, which means 5 centimeters. So 0 here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And I'm going to draw other lines which are at 45 degrees with the horizontal. You have to hold your ruler like this here, underneath, very near to this line, the horizontal line. And then we draw these projected lines which are at 45 degrees to the horizontal. And now I'm going to use this mark, which was 5 centimeters. I'm going to complete the crate like this. And then I put my ruler here along this vertical line. And my set square is here. It is going to slide along this ruler. And I'm going to complete the crate like this. So now we have to input this front view here, and then I'm going to complete it. So the line here, which is 95, which represents the width, this has to be a dark line. You can make it dark now itself. This is a dark line. And then you will notice that there are 2 inclined faces, one here and one here. How we are going to proceed with it? The easiest way is we can draw this first part here, this part. This is 25. Remember that all the views are aligned. That is, if this is 25, this is 25 as well. If this is 15, this one is 15. And if this is 20, this part is 20 as well. This is 35, this is 35 as well. So I'm going to draw this line first, which is 25. So how I'm going to proceed? The total here is 95. I'm going to measure 35. Why 35? Because you have 20 here and 15 here. 20 plus 15, it gives us 35. So here I'm going to put a mark at the 35 millimeters mark, 0, 1, 2, 3, and 3.5, which gives us 35 millimeters. I'm going to put a small mark here, like this. And this is 25. Now I'm going to add 25 here. This is 5 millimeters, 10 millimeters, and 10 millimeters. 10, 10, and 5 gives us 25. So obviously here it has to be 35. We can verify it. 10, 20, 30, and 35. So this mark is here. Now we have to go down by 45. I'm going to move it from this mark. I place my ruler here, like this, and I take my 45 degrees set square. From this mark, I'm going to draw 2 lines, 2 pale lines, like this. And I'm going to measure it as it is here. This has to be 45. This is indicated here, 45. This has to be 45 as well. So our 0 mark is here. And then 45, it is here. This is our 45 marks. So I'm going to draw this. I place my ruler here for us to be able to draw these 2 horizontal lines. Like this. And this dimension, it is here. It is 15. 15 means 1.5. So 1.5 means 15 millimeters. This is 10 and this is 15. I have to do it here as well. The 15 mark is here. This is 10 millimeters and 5 millimeters. Now we have to draw these 2 inclined faces. I simply take a ruler or my set square. I'm going to join this point to this graduation here. So we can do it dark line itself. like this, and I'm going to do here as well. As you can see, the object is starting to take the form as it is in the question, the front view. I make this darker. I'm going to draw these two parts. Now we have to add the depth. So the depth here is 50. As you can see, the depth is 50. Our crate has a depth of 50 as well. So we are going to draw it. So we place our ruler here. We already have this 50. And I will have to project lines now from each of the following corners. We draw pale lines, that is faint lines, like this, from each corner. Like this. Here we won't have it since it will be hidden. We won't have it here. So now what we are going to do, I will have to complete it. This one is already 5. We can simply make it darker. This line of depth is already 5 centimeters, that is 50 millimeters. And now this part, I will have to measure it 5 as well. And then I will make this inclined face. So 5, which is 50 millimeters. We have to add 5 centimeters, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Once we have it, we simply have to join these 2 points. And this is a horizontal line. This as well will have a horizontal line. I place my ruler here. With my set square, I'm going to draw this horizontal line. Like this, and then I'll make this darker as well. And then this part, this is a vertical line from this point to this one. Here as well we have to draw a vertical line. So these 2 points, exactly, you can draw a vertical line if your drawing has proper leveling. That is, you have used your edge properly and the ruler and set square. And now we can complete this. We have to make this darker. This part, this one, this line, and this small line. We have to make them all darker. So this is our final solution for the first part.